Okay, everybody, Bryan here, and it's time to drop a truth on a lot of people out there. Now, I've been doing this series of the writing process of a new project that I'm doing, which you can find on YouTube. But I also thought that it may be a good idea to kind of put things out there, especially if you're a new writer or you're thinking about writing, self publishing, whatever the case may be. This is going to kind of start off negative before it gets more positive, so bear with me. When I first started writing, which I've been doing that since I was like in fourth grade, I've been always writing something, whether it was good or not, I don't know. But I always thought that I would have the support of family. And of course, this isn't going to be everybody. This is just me, and in talking to a few other writers that I know, kind of had the same situation. When you write something and you finally get it published, your people, a lot of writers and new writers expect just to have this support group behind them, like 100% all the time, and it's built up in their mind that this is going to happen. And the harsh reality of it is that it doesn't always happen like that. I thought that everybody in my family, they knew I always wrote and all that, and they were like, okay, cool. So when I got older, I always thought I was going to have that support, and I do to an extent with like my mom and my dad. But the harsh truth of it is that no one else really does. I have 3 books out right now, and the only people that have read them from my family is my mother and my father. Not my grandmother, not my cousins, not my aunt, not my uncles. Nobody. In fact, having said that, just the same amount, more people from my wife's side of the family, my in-laws and my brother-in-law, have read more books than anybody else in my family as a whole. Chew on that for a second. And once again, this isn't going to be everybody. I realize that, and everybody has different support groups. But you might find yourself in the situation where you're not going to get the feedback that you want. And this is even friends too. And not everybody's a reader. I get that. It's fine. You don't have to be a reader. But one of my best friends that I've known for the better part of a decade now, he's read one of my books. It took him 5 years to download, or not 5 years. It took him a couple years to get to it, and he finished it, and I still can't get a decent review out of the guy. Hey, what'd you think? It was good. And by the way, anybody who's listening to this, if you're doing a book review, it's good. I mean, we're glad that you like it, but kind of go into more detail because that's the feedback that we want. What did you like? What was it about it that you were kind of iffy on? Anyway, moving on. The fact is that not everybody that you know is going to understand what you do or fully support what you do. The harsh truth is that everybody out there would rather pay $15 to $20 for a new book by a person they've never met, they've never heard of until someone told them about it, word of mouth, right? But they won't spend 99 cents to $3 for your book that you publish through Amazon. It's kind of sad when you think about it like that. But it's a possibility that can happen. I hope it doesn't for you. I really don't. I hope you have the greatest people behind you. The best support group possible, but it may not happen. But having said that, you have to kind of look at a different context, okay? I don't write for myself, okay? I don't write just to be done with it, read my own book, and give myself a pat on the back. That's just not what I do. I write to entertain people, to make people think, for people to get scared or to feel some sort of emotion. That's why I do it. And that's what's important to a lot of people, and hopefully it's important to you as a new writer or as an existing writer for that matter. I hope that's important to you and that you're not just doing it with your head up your own ass. What you do as a writer, as a storyteller, matters to people. whether it's your own family or not, whether it's people you don't even know, you've never met, but they reach out to you and they comment, hey, like, that was good, I really liked it. It brought tears to my eyes. It scared the hell out of me. Whatever. That's why writers do what they do. At least that's why I do what I do. And at the end of the day, it matters to people. It matters to people that they have this story they can cling on to. It matters to people that maybe someone else out there understands something. It matters to me as a writer because now there's something that exists on the internet that will be there for a very, very long time for people to take in if they choose to. My writings may still be around when my daughter's, an old woman. Think about that. 50, 60 years, your book still exists somewhere. Whether it's on someone's old Kindle, whether it's on their bookshelf, whether it's just the availability to download it whenever someone wants to. So don't worry about the people that don't get it. Don't worry about the people that don't read your book that you know that you're close to. Because quite frankly, what the fuck did they do today?